Okay, so in my previous session, I was asking um, Gemini 3 Flash. I was working with Gemini 3 Flash and I was asking it to build this global theme and color system which I could use in any white based Tailwind 4 configuration projects with those configuration and libraries dependencies. Uh, it went ahead, it did some changes, it built a very small basic library, and then it converted two of my apps, her map and Planic, to use that system. And both of the apps had issues. They had like lost all their user uh, UI and all the styling, all the layout, not layouts, but colors basically. And then, yeah, there was a font size change also, which I don't know how it actually did that. I was pretty frustrated, and I had to go like hand holding with it about her map, which is localhost 8087, I think. No, 8088. Um, and I fixed that one, and I'm happy with whatever prompting I did with it, and we fixed that. But then when I focused on Planic, it has a lot of issues. And I wasn't sure, so I had an idea. My idea was that Gemini Flash is not going very deep. I went like 2 or 3 times with it, telling it that it was wrong, it didn't fix. It keeps telling me it fixed. I think I have found the root cause. It keeps doing that for the last 3 or 4 iterations. Restored. But it hasn't actually. So my hunch is that Gemini 3 Flash is not very thinking very deeply. Because one mistake I found it did was it didn't understand the existing code and what colors I had in the app before it broke all of that apart and built something new in its place. And now somehow it can't even go back in its history and breakpoints and restore what I have. Well, not restore in terms of code, but in terms of functionality. So my hunch is that I should switch to a more wise and more wise and more bulky model. So my choice is either Gemini or Sonnet 4.5. So I'm going to go with this one for now, and I'm going to just tell it you're wrong. And then my what I have never done is like now this thread is previously with another LLM. So how is this context going to be understood by this new, and will it be better in delivering the final solution? The fast again, fast planning. That's not. No, I don't want planning. Oh, this is the. I get it. This is the anti-gravity. What I like in Cursor is the debug mode. I was hoping I could do debug with it, but okay, so they don't have the debug mode anti-gravity, so I'm in anti-gravity right now. So it's planning or fast. Agent will execute tasks directly, use for simple tasks that can be completed faster. So yeah, I shouldn't be using fast for this because it was a little more detailed change. So let's do the planning here. You are wrong, okay? I insist that you understand the original code and figure out the functionality better, and then selectively apply changes to Planic without breaking the original style we started with. That's what I wanted. Okay, so question is, You are absolutely right. I need to step back and understand the original implementation before making changes. Let me analyze the code base. Git log, yeah. Go. One step. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, now git log. Now my question is it the new model which needs this information again? Okay. So yeah, I did two changes. I should have done one change at a time actually. So changing the model from the Flash to Sonnet, and I changed from fast to planning. Now let's see. If I had done it, I would have just used more tokens, but that's perfect. Now I understand the original design. Let me create a comprehensive implementation plan. Comprehensive implementation plan. Okay. Oh yeah, so since it took it back, did it actually take it back? No, it's still the same code. Okay, just understood it. Yeah, so many things are still broken. This is the plan. Got it. Let me close everything else. So it says restore Planet Persona theming system. Okay, problem analysis. After examining the original code, I now understand the root cause of the Kaboot theming. Original design working, the hero carousel used two separate theming approaches. Intro slide use build neutral class helper to generate Tailwind utility classes. Okay, which example? From Indigo, BG Indigo, Text Indigo. These are static class names that Tailwind compiles at build time. Gradients, this. All right. And then persona slides, host, planner, and vendor. Uses CSS variable based theming. Wraps slide in persona, rose, teal, amber class. Okay, uses semantic tokens. Well, that's not the original design, is it? What I broke, it says. I tried to unify both approaches into a single CSS variable system, which removed the special intro slide handling that uses build neutral class, changed gradient logic from specific Tailwind classes to generic CSS variables, lost the nuanced color mapping from background versus this for text, and propose changes. Restore original intro slide logic. The file is oh no. Okay. Hold on. I spilled some water. I will be back later. Be right back. I just thought I could do it. Just picked it up. Alright, so I spilled some water here behind me. Okay, continuing. Use build neutral class for all color generation. Gradient this, badge this, highlight that. Persona class. Neutral? Okay. Restore original persona slide logic. Which is this. Keep CSS variable improvement. I change it to a blurred circle. Restore verification plan, manual visual testing. Since this is a visual theming issue, verification will primarily include starting the server. No, not like that. Okay. I already have understood. Okay. So, or would you like me to do just the approach first? Hold on. So then navigate to the landing page, verify host slide, this and that. Expected outcome. All 4 slides should display their distinct persona colors correctly with smooth transitions between them. The intro slide should look distinctly indigo. Any subsequent slide should clearly show its rose identity. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, go ahead. Implement. Oh yeah, okay, proceed. Okay. Nope. Ooh, something is changing. Okay. Let me play some music. I don't see any change. Since my role is specifically to use browser tools, confirm the background verification. Those tools are currently non-functional in this environment. I cannot provide the visual report requested. You may need to verify the changes manually. Yeah, sure. Okay, important. Finding. Due to the browser initialization, I was unable to capture. Fine, let me stop the server and let it handle it. Yeah. I'm running it here. Go ahead, start the server yourself. Okay. Yeah, this is all the tokens. It just keeps. Oh man, what is better? Let it control. Yeah. Yeah, it's not correct. That's for sure. Why can't you use the browser automation tool? Is experiencing that persistent technical. Okay, so the answer is that it's not changed. The colors are all still indigo. Every slide. Slide. Okay. Oh, I don't want inline stance. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. It seems like it can fix the color. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. This was very funny. Mm. And of course, the button component would also be wrong. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this was an experiment, which was a waste of effort, I would say. Huh. Okay, how would you verify them? They are not because I think the button component also has issues. I also added Dark mode detection. Wow. You're right. Let me check the button components. See how it handles the color props. Okay, I see the issue. The button component wrap the button. Button class. Rank persona class. Oh man. Okay, so let's see. Everything else is also wrong. Yeah, everything has been. I see the buttons are class. No, they're not changing. Are your background gradients showing different colors for each slide? Yeah. Yeah, the gradients are changing. The text highlights not changing, all indigo, and then the buttons all are all indigo. That's wrong, and the dots are also all indigo. Okay, so let me pinpoint exactly which part of the theming system is broken. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we are back in business. Yeah. Okay, then pricing here. Oh yeah, okay, the borders now. Okay, now um this part is still wrong. No. The image is of the expected style. The current is wrong. I want you to restore my image behavior. Okay, so that's back to correct. These colors are extremely ugly. That's not what I had. Oh, wow. This is all wrong too. Wait. Carousel is fixed. That was not the image of the carousel. What is it doing? It's not. I'm not. Excellent. A carousel is now fixed. Are you sure? You know the carousel, are you? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so carousel is fixed. Yes. The title bar is navigation bar is not fixed. And then also this is not fixed. So how do I say this that basically everything is broken, and be honest, would it be just better to revert completely for planning to the original colors and stuff? Okay, so this is all colors are wrong. Everything is very, very wrong. Okay, so I asked it, so how do I say this that basically everything is broken, and be honest, would it be just better to revert completely? I understand your frustration. Let me be completely honest with you. Yes, I think reverting to the original code would be the best approach at this point. Here is why. I broke the original working system but by not fully understanding how it worked before making changes. The original approach was actually correct. It used this and that. My fix created more problem. Yeah. Yes. Revert only for planning. And would you give me my tokens back? Mm-hmm. What about the changes to her map? Oh, okay. So I think this is the problem, that because I changed the model, it actually doesn't know what it was doing. Yeah, this is bad. Okay. Let's convert it back to Flash, to fast. Reject that. Okay. Do you remember where you started? I would like everything to be reverted back to that state. This was a waste of effort. Okay, so I'm back to the model. I think it was switching the model also didn't help. I thought there might be a master or a master agent which might remember just the context, and then yeah, it doesn't remember what it started. And I'm not even sure if it would revert it correctly back. Run command. Okay, that was a sad waste of tokens for me. I'm trying to save some tokens so I can make progress. So, okay, I accept my foolishness here. This was too much for this model to handle, and I was not good enough to guide it correctly. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me read what it is thinking. So let's see. I've been planning in detail and noticed an untracked file, so I'm investigating it. Recalling old changes. I'm now focused on the original styling of the. I recall making changes related to personal roads. Git ref log. Restoring initial state. I'm now focused on restoring the original state of this, then thought. I'm now going to attempt to restore the pre-edit state of the files, focusing on index. How many file had it changed? Yeah, I think most of the things are when I actually, yeah, don't worry, it didn't delete. What I did was mostly, so I have everything on the main branch on GitHub remote, and then what I did since that last push is I created, I created apps React and apps view, and I put the React apps into here and the Vue apps into here. I think I can just ask it to stop. Right. Okay. I think I can take it from here. All right. So yeah, I think nothing has changed. I'm taking control. Understood. I rewarded the track changes. Whatever. I think I'm just going to say nothing. Changed. And then apps view, Silo Labs. I think Silo Labs has. No, it's not back. But this one is back, which has this Tailwind CSS. Okay, so I'm going to delete this Silo Lab, I guess, and replace it by this one. Delete, move, delete, and then let's just play Planic now. Here, Planic, and her map. And let's see what happens here. This is her map, and it's fine. And then all of these changes are good. Expected. Planic is here. This one. Yeah, my cues are. No, it did not revert. Okay. Okay. So no, I do have to ask it to revert. Okay, keep reverting the planic changes. That was sad. Obviously a sad day. I'm not sure if you guys want to keep watching, but I am happy I am doing it on my hobby project. So when it matters, I have the experience and I have seen it. It's just like gaining your personal experience through working through bugs, production issues. This is a new tool and we need to get better at it. We need to have better control of it, understanding of it, see how to recover from these unexpected ugly changes it does. So yeah, stay if you want to stay, or if you were ever here. This is still very bad colors. This is not my colors. These are not my colors. It's fine. It's doing one by one. So yeah. Oh man, these are not my colors. Okay. So then. Everything indigo is now amber. Okay. That was a big change in CSS. Micro events still wrong. Cool. Okay, I'm here if you need help with the next steps of your plan. Replication should now be back to exactly where it was before we started today's theming task. The server is still running. You'd like to verify. Okay. Libraries React UI. No, it's not exactly at the original. The index.css shouldn't be importing the theme library because that is what broke everything, so you need to revert further back or whatever. Okay, cool. It's not exactly at the original. Okay, reviewing the root cause. I've been. Oh, come on. I'll confirm that back. Okay. this. That's wrong. So it has been, at least in cursor, there were always very good breakpoints. What I am not seeing here is that there are no actual breakpoints it can revert to. Gemini, Flash, or I don't know if it's the problem with anti-gravity. I don't know how it does the revert. Does it? If it was not in Git version control, then it needed to be in its own agent's memory or history with breakpoints. So the lesson learned here is that before I start a big project like this, I need to create a branch. At least while working with Antigravity and Gemini models, Cursor has been pretty good in keeping track of what changes, and revert actually means basically just going back to that. Okay, so yeah, remember that, at least for now. This is a caution that with this setting, Google Gemini fast setting, Gemini Flash 3 or Gemini 3, you should create a branch before you do some big change like this. Let's see if it restored my application. I don't think it did. It didn't. It didn't. This did not restore my app. Why are you running that command? I'm currently frustrated. Oh, you are frustrated? I don't think the Planic app is already running. You don't need to run it. I am saying the app color, theme, or style is not restored. It's still running. I think I am not very happy with the conversation I have with this model. I feel Sonnet 4.5 has been really good and very mature in the way it talks with me and the way it understands. Okay, what did you do? Tell me. What all of a sudden? I will check index, see how it's structured. So it's okay. I see her map app is actually. Oh no. Yes, but you said that for Planic. That for Planic, importing that lib is what broke everything. This means, yeah. This means, what does this mean? Stay here with me. I need to read. Was not. Oh, come on! I can't read it. Class logic. What did you do? Tell me. You are really going crazy. How do you not know how to restore to a break point before you started implementing this? theme lib. So what I'm going to do is just basically pull from remote again. Yeah, this is waste of time. This is really bad. Everything is broken right now. Let me see. GitHub. When was the last time I pushed to it? 3 days ago. And 3 days ago. Yeah, I've been taking some rest because I had run out of my cursor subscription quota, but also my shoulder has been hurting, so my physiotherapist asked me to take a rest from using this laptop too much. So I was like, this was a perfect time. So yeah, I mean, I can just restore it from my main branch right now. It says it has somehow restored it. I don't think it has, and I'm going to just stop. Okay, we are done. We are done. I'm going to close this whole thing, and then I'm going to just scrape this whole thing. What I want to do is I want to still create these 2 subfolders here. So that's the only change I will do again. So let me get back to here. Let's see. And then okay. So then let's just do this. Git status, git stash clear, git status, and then if I stashed them, what do I get? The design system is still there. December. Okay, packages have everything back, and these packages are also here. Okay. Apps, React apps, this library, this theme is also still there. Silo Labs, see here, and then let's see if her map has this package now. Theme. Yeah, this is the problem. It's somehow Stash is not stashing the changes, so if I can't find the change, did something happen at some point? Hold on, I need to see the git history. So in this package, this theme, when was it added? Here I had the git lens. So uninstall. Why is git lens not showing me the git history? Okay, I'm in her map package, Somehow I'm not seeing the git history, so just let me restart this cursor, my project, git history. Git history is not showing, so let me just reinstall git lens and install restart extension, install it, and then go here. Something, what is wrong here today? Why can't I see? Git blame. I will just install git blame for now, but I don't like to see the git blame on the on the status bar below. I like it in line. So let's see here. I still don't see git blame anywhere. What is going on? Okay. Click to import local VS Code extensions. What do you mean by local? Am I not connected? Git blame. This didn't install. Do you trust? Okay, I trust. Then here, then here. Am I going crazy, guys and girls? What's going on? It said it installed and it should show it in my status bar. So if I hit there, I should see something in the here, right? So why can't I see the git blame on these lines? Development launchpad, git lens launchpad. Okay. Okay. No. Somehow I am not to be able to see this git blame. Optional inline. Optional. What does optional mean? Then double click status blame to switch from short form or long form. Simple extension optimized for small screens, so only one pane is used for log. Yeah, I like that when it's fully aligned. Let me see if any other file shows anything. No, it's nothing is showing. Let's check here. Readme package. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So those files are not tracked. Okay. Okay. So let's just what I'm going to do is remove on this one. Yeah, those one are gone, so just git blame is good enough for me. What I'm going to do is delete this current. Oh no, I don't want to delete branch because I have. Okay, so what I have to do now to restore it is cd my project OGS monorepo git status git branch git checkout minus b these have .env files. This one had a .env file. No, no .env files nowhere. There are no .env files here. Invite list .env file. Auth service. Okay, so what I'm going to do is check out a new branch, git -b failed theme system clear. So now I am on this branch, so whatever it is, it's here. Now I do git branch delete -d main, and then I get fetch git checkout main. All right, now I have main here. Somehow all these untracked changes keep staying. Okay, then here more projects, monorepo packages. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to delete this one, so I will delete Planic from here and I will restore Planic from here. And for her map, this one is the old her map, so it doesn't have my /theme, right? And that's the one which was basically working. And then the one here, this one, let me close others. In this one should have theme, right? Yeah, so this is the one I don't want anymore, but this was not wrong actually, so I can keep this system if it's a simpler approach, so that's fine. I've restored Planic, then let's start Planic as well. What is all this? This is somebody else's history. I have. Okay, so all these apps are the original versions, and all I needed from there was my Planic app restored, and let's do Silo also restored. So from here, let's delete this and bring this Silo Labs. Now I can delete apps. Cool. And then I can do an npm install so that I have these new systems, and then I'm going to run the 2 apps from my, and yeah, this type of command, filter, this and that. Okay, let's do the filter command, pnpm -- filter. And oh yeah, one thing I always do is I spell it fiddler. I did now, and then I spend like 10-15 minutes because my command is not running. I do it in Docker files and pnpm fiddler like that, and then the Docker file keeps failing. I'm like, what is wrong? And then I realize my spelling is wrong. Okay, filter am ogs Planic dev. Okay, let's see. It's back to how I wanted. I can simplify things, but I don't want to lose all of this already. Okay, so we are back to original. Her map is also, let's keep this low. Then here, let's start her map as well, which is a similar, okay. pnpm -- filter am ogs her map dev. It is 8088, right? Okay, so I think this one works with what the new system was. Fine, I'm fine with that. Don't need to revert that. But yeah, planning is too complicated. I can ask it to simplify it or whatever, but no, not today. Okay, what I want to do today is uh, basically take a rest now.